We are live. Hello. Hello, everybody. I see some people already here today. Y'all are on, y'all are punctual people. I see Linda. Is that the only person? I thought I saw someone else. It's just a lot of chatting with Linda, I guess. I thought it, and Jenny. Linda and Jenny. So happy December 16th of 2024. We are getting so close to the end of the year. I hope you guys have been thinking about a word for 2025 that you're going to focus on, that's going to bring in the new year, that will help bring you joy. Hi, Sue. Hi, Debbie. Want my weather? Today is about 30 degrees, but last week we had 3 days of negative 37. I can't even imagine. I honestly can't imagine that. Can't. Jenny says, "Oh my gosh, Debbie, listen, we're like 70 degrees." Yesterday was like 75. We went to a Christmas party last night in short sleeves. We were like, "Oh, it's too hot." So, but I had bought my husband this really cute short sleeve t-shirt, and it has Jesus on it, and it said, and he's holding a glass of red wine, and it says it's my birthday. It's so cute. I just love it. Thought it was adorable. -4. Okay, let's get on with it. Oh, hi, Tammy. Hello. I see people on Facebook and on YouTube. So, y'all, let me just tell you, when you get emails from us, we try to put both links so you can watch on either one. And last week, when we had all the drama with Facebook, like being very unpredictable and not working right, always know, oh yeah, I can go get that YouTube link. I can go watch over there. So, and some of you like watching over there better. Some, it just depends on, everybody has a different like viewing experience that they like. So hi, 76 in Central Florida. Oh my gosh. Wow. It's always pretty there, isn't it? It rains a lot in Florida, I think, maybe. Isn't it? It's always pretty. Hello, Becky, Tracy. Is it Mikkel? Mikkel? I'm glad you're here. That's so cool. I like the way you have your name. I hope I said it right. And if I didn't, let me know. Becky got snow. I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. So today, what we're going to do, if you did not know, we're going to do the last of our devotional. We did this. We're doing this 3-day devotional, and we did 2 last week, and then today we'll do the third one. And after that, we're going to watercolor, do some fun stuff over here with our Silent Night. If you did not get a template for this and you want it, Jenny has the link she's going to put in the comments. Or if you're on Facebook, you can type in Silent Night, all one word, and it should go to your inbox in Facebook. But either way, we'll put the link in here for you, and that way you can get the. Now, what you'll be getting also, we've updated the graphic, and so it also has a lot of information about iPad, because I'm doing some free classes. I'm doing an iPad week starting today, right after this class, and so you can ignore the other pages and just like print out this or whatever you want to do with it. Or if you want to do iPad stuff with us, then just print the whole thing out, or just upload the whole thing. It is, and not too many people get it right. Well, it took me a second. I was like, could it be? Oh, I love that. Now, is that how you really, really spell it in real life? Or is that like a pet name? Because I was like, I definitely haven't seen that, in a setting where people have their names like printed out on something. Hi, Kathleen. Welcome. Okay, y'all go ahead and pull out if you have this devotional. Jenny has a link for this as well. Oh, did you? Okay, she already found the template. The template we just added. Or like Kathleen did. Okay, Kathleen, I think you have to do Silent Night, all one word. Try that. If you don't get it by that, go back and try that and see. Okay, perfect. It is your real name. I love it. I love it. It's so cute. Yeah, that's creative. You have a creative family. Linda's ready for the Procreate class. Good. Okay, so right after this, at 1:00, I will be starting the Procreate class. I will end this class and I'll get back on and start a new class. But just so you know, that is what we'll be doing. But if you have your phone and you want to join me, hi Pam, you can go to the Bible app, the Holy Bible app. And then we are doing the last day of 400 years of Silent Night. And we did week 1 and 2 yesterday. Last week, whatever. Yesterday, last week, it's the same thing, right? And then today we're going to do day 3. And then we'll get to our artwork. And I want to invite you, because this is the last Devos and Doodles for this year. And so I want to invite you to come back next year. Let me look at the calendar. Right, Jenny? Isn't that this the last one for right now? Okay. We're going to take off. Next week is Christmas week. And then the next week is the 30th, which is like, right before New Year's. So usually people are busy. So we're going to get back to Devos and Doodles on the 6th. I hope you have that on your calendar to start the new year with us. We'll start off with some new studies. I will get them all from here, so it's free for all of us, and we can all join in together if we want to. And then we'll do some fun artwork, whether it be, it'll be a mixture of iPad and physical art, so traditional art, I guess you'd say. Okay, so we're on day 3, devotional. And it kind of picks up where it left off. So let me see. I want to see how it left off. So it's weird how it starts. Okay. God was for us, but salvation required that God be with us. So the Christmas story must begin. Let's see. Does this make sense? For many during that time, the night that Christ was born was much like the nights prior. The people of that day were living their lives without honor for the sacred and holy laws that God had given them. The birth of Jesus was necessary, but only because, much like today, sin rather than righteousness had become the language of our culture. And so this is nothing new that we're experiencing here today. It's been all through time, right? That they've experienced that those feelings and those thoughts, and then how people aren't acting right. They're not being righteous, right? This isn't the version of the Christmas story upon which we often reminisce, because it isn't the version that is coated with sugar as much as it is with salt. It isn't as palatable to remember the condition of the world that broke God's heart so much that he sent the only perfect being made in his image to our imperfect world, his son Jesus. Understanding the setting, scene, and severity of sin in the world during the time of Jesus' arrival are critical to truly celebrating his birth, death, and resurrection. God intentionally chose the name Emmanuel because he was no longer simply watching us, warning us, and waiting for us to get it right. He was with us. The celebration of Christmas is less about him being born in a manger and more about him being born because we matter. God came to be with us because he didn't want our world to be without him. The stable was a symbol of the world he was entering. The stench from the animals was much like the stench of the world. The uncleanliness of the manger was like the uncleanliness of sin. The search from end to end represented the search for those who would follow Jesus or turn him away. But his birth represented the hope that he would deliver to the world because he was born in lowliness, yet rose in righteousness. As beings created in his image, we have the ability to be bearers of his good work or work of the enemy. We get to choose. However, we don't have the ability to save ourselves from eternal destruction. Only he does. We celebrate Christmas because it's the night God sent his son in the form of a baby who was found lying in a manger to save us. Jesus' cry of life redeemed our cries for life. As we end this devotional, I want you to take some time and read the Christmas story. Consider why Jesus came, what he did, and why we serve him. And most importantly, remember, Christmas isn't about a silent night. It's the night he broke the silence. That's good. All right. So I'm going to make my screen. I'm going to change my screen a little bit here and zoom out a little bit. So here's what we did last week. I have a printable for you. If you just got here, welcome. You are welcome here. I'm so glad. Don't worry that you missed the beginning. But if you want to type the word Silent Night, all one word, in the comments, you should be able to get the printable, this printable. If you're on YouTube, you'll have to get the link, and we have it. Jenny has posted it here. She can post it again. Just ask for it. Okay. So last week we went ahead and traced. Well, we drew. I don't think I traced it. No, because it's a different size. You definitely can just get carbon paper and trace it, or you could go watch last week step by step how I drew it. Didn't I draw it? Okay. It doesn't look the same, so I think I did. I did make fun of myself, though, because the roof is a little, it's very hand drawn. It's hand done, okay? Now, I thought today that I might watercolor. And then I looked at my watercolors and I was like, I don't know. I was looking at all the different ones. I kind of want to try something different, do something different. So here's what I'm doing. I pulled out my Neo colors. Have y'all ever used these? They're called Neo Color, and these are 2. And 2 are water soluble. So you can watercolor with these. But they're like crayons, kind of. They're a wax pastel. And so I'm just going to play around with them. We'll see what happens. And then add some water to them and kind of do some blending. But if you have colored pencils, if you have gouache, if you have watercolors, markers, pens, anything, just play, have fun. This is just paper. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's not the end of the world, right? If it's not perfect. So what I'm going to do is start with 2 shades of brown here. I'm not going for realistic, you know, because obviously this isn't what his manger looked like anyway. But I'm just going to start coloring. And if it were here today in Texas, East Texas, ours would probably look like this. Had some wood boards. But you might want yours rainbow. It can be anything you want. There's no right or wrong. Just have fun and focus on the meaning behind what you're doing. That's what we do in my membership. You know, each month is we have I teach how to hand letter a scripture, and that's your time to focus on that scripture and marinate on it. Try to memorize it, that kind of thing. So use it as a time of worship is what I like to do. And I'm just kind of medium coloring these. And I do have these. I know a lot of times y'all want to know what products I'm using. And I do have these in my Amazon shop. If anybody is interested, Jenny can get the link. Just type Amazon shop and she can get the link for anybody. I don't know that I've really shown these much in my membership, in my tribe. Okay. And so I'm just trying to make sure, like, they're not perfectly straight lines, but I'm just trying to make sure that if this, see, this goes behind her garment, so it doesn't go all the way down, and this goes right there. I think I got it all. And now I'm going to do a darker brown. Have y'all had any fun Christmas parties? I went to 2 this weekend. We had 3 in one day. It was crazy. We didn't get to go to one of them, but I had 2 this weekend, and Jenny was at one of them with me. We had fun, didn't we? She's shaking her head, yes. If you haven't met Jenny, she's my assistant. She's behind the scenes here. She's so helpful getting links and taking care of you guys. Anyway, so we played, white elephant. I don't know what y'all call it. Y'all call it, like, there's different names for it, like Chinese. Jenny, you saw that shop, the Amazon. Okay. She's going to get the link for these, or get you my shop. And I think the second to the last one I put on there were these. But again, if you do try to buy these, if you don't get the Neo Color 2, this is a 2, then they might not, they won't be water soluble. They won't be that you can watercolor with them. See, this one says water soluble wax paste. Had your neighborhood golf cart parade. How fun! Oh my goodness, that would be a blast. I love that. I've got to decide, do I want to go ahead and Watercolor now or color everything and then watercolor? What would y'all do? Like, should I add water to it now? Decisions. So, and then, so last night was our Christmas party that I went with my husband, and he works with the youth group. So it's a whole different party. You got to play wild games there. And so this year we played Pictionary, and they're like, "Oh, you could draw." And I'm like, "But not on the spot. Like, you have 2 seconds to draw. You know what I mean?" But I drew this. Let's see if y'all can guess. I drew this right here. And then somebody guessed it. Can you guess what that is? There's no way you can guess. No way. I don't know how she got it. She was probably just trying to say every Christmas word there was. No, that's what I would guess. Y'all want me to tell you? Okay, I'm gonna put dark like up here, and then like the lighter brown underneath it, so it'll be more interesting. A flame? No, good guess. I mean, that's what it looks like, but it's not. It's the top of something. How, maybe it was more. I mean, maybe it was a little bit more like this. I don't know. No, not mistletoe. That's a good guess too. See, how does she get it? I feel like I hope we didn't cheat, but I almost think we did. And the reason I say that is because the guys were on one side of the room and the girls were on the other side of the room. And it was a whiteboard, and so they drew on one side, you draw on the other. Nope, not Holly. Y'all are doing good guessing. And so, nope, not a tree. So the guys, you walk up, whoever's going to do it, you walk up. So this guy walks up at the same time that I do, because he's going to draw for the guys, and he grabs a green marker and he goes, and then we looked at the thing and he goes, I've got green. And so I think somebody heard him say that. And I was like, "Ooh, that might work to our advantage that you said that," something like that. So I'm like, I wonder if she heard that, but I don't know. So I kind of feel bad. But do y'all know what it is now? Green. It's green. It was a green marker that he said. You're never gonna guess it. Show it again. I don't know this. This is the best representation. Okay, so the paper, like this, the pad was really big, and I started at the top, and I just started going kind of like that. And green is your only other. Y'all will never, ever, ever get it. I'm going to use the light brown down here. Okay, think you're thinking maybe too literal. Think out of the box a little bit. Do you want me to tell y'all? Because you're never going to get it. Never. Okay, I'm going to do a little brown on the edge here, so I can blend these together. And then I'm going to do a little dark brown on this side here and here, so I can blend the lighter together. Kale. That's the best one yet. Looks just like kale. Okay, y'all would not have played well at this game. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody was screaming so loud. It was just like, okay, are y'all ready for me to tell you? Because you're going to be like, what? I don't know. It was the Grinch. No, Jenny says no. It was the Grinch. And she got it. Don't you think she probably cheated? She probably heard us say that with the green. I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes you just start thinking about Christmas words when people get up there. Okay, so I'm just adding some water, and look how nice it's blending. It doesn't look like a crayon anymore. It looks more like watercolor. And I'm just dipping my brush into water. Welcome, everybody. We're so glad you're here today. So glad you're here. We are just watercoloring using Neocolor 2. I'm using Neocolor 2. Whoops, these. This is what it looks like. And it's water soluble, so you can play around with them. And then, okay, now I'm going to kind of see what happens when I get these two colors beside each other. Ooh, it looks good. I think it looks all right. If you are interested in joining us for the iPad week, we're starting right after this class. So we will be using Procreate to create art, and we'll be doing this on this exact thing, this drawing on the iPad, so digital art. And my membership, that's what we do every month. We do a scripture. You get to choose if you want to do it traditionally or digitally. And then if you want to do both, hey, go for it. Okay, see how it's kind of, don't you like that look better than that look? That better than that? What do you think, Jenny? Do you like this look better than that look? She's the only person I can see, so Y'all have any questions about anything? Go ahead and ask. So anyway, that was our two parties. And oh, I didn't tell you. So, I don't have it with me. Oh, I'll show it to y'all at the Christmas party. Those of you who are in my tribe, remind me to show you on Tuesday Jenny's ornament that I drew and got to keep. And it was so, so pretty. And the thing was, I would have picked it first, but she said, no, don't pick it. Probably because I'm her friend and she's like probably thinking I could make another one or whatever. But I was like very intrigued. So I didn't pick it. And then it was still there at the end and somebody stole my ornament. So I got to go get it. I was so excited. But y'all, it's the tiniest. It's like, it literally is maybe that big. Tiny. And she embroidered on it a nativity. It's incredible. It is incredible. All right, so next I'm going to color the garments. I told y'all last week I wasn't sure what I was going to do about the face, and I think I've decided to leave them and not add like detail and all because it's very, very tricky to make it look good. And so you can always practice. You want to practice on something, but if you mess up the face, it's just kind of over. You know what I mean? It's just like, so what you could do if you wanted to add something is you could do some, something like that. So it looks like she's looking down, and he also, but if you don't get it just right, it just starts to look weird. And you could do like this, something very simple like that. But I mean, if you do the eyebrows wrong, they can look mad. If you do, so it's just like, sometimes it's prettier just like this. So I'll go ahead and I'll watercolor it and everything, and then I'll decide at the end. But let's see. They're all sleeping. And baby Jesus, he's going to be sleeping too. Anyway, that's what I would probably do if I were going to draw a face, to be safe. Unless you're an expert at drawing portraits, faces and all, you go for it. You might want to teach us something. Okay, now I'm going to decide what colors I want to use, and I love using shades that are close together, just like those two browns. So for her, I'm thinking of like the red and the pink maybe, or the red and the orange. And then for him, we could do, there's two shades of blue here, or right here. These are probably better. I think that's what I'll do. So him, start with him. And then do I want to do, I think I'm going to do dark like around the edges of his garment. And then let that blend into the light part, maybe. Don't forget over here is part of his garment too. What do you think they were feeling at this moment? How do you think they felt? Oh my goodness. If you have a child, how did you feel? Overwhelmed? Excited? The first day I brought Hayes home, he was my first. He screamed all night that I thought, oh, it's over. This he's going to die tonight. I just didn't think there's any way he was going to live through it the night. And so I called the doctor. Of course, the doctor's like woken up out of his sleep, and you could tell he's like, he's going to make it. He's going to be fine, you know. And here I am thinking, you don't know, you're not here. So I'm sure he got those calls quite a bit. But anyway, I'm wondering what Mary and Joseph were thinking. Bet they were proud. Okay, I'm just coloring in this light blue here. Not hard, very kind of soft. But you can do hard. Okay. Now, get my brush. Not a fancy brush. This is just a water brush that I've had and used. They're the same thing for our... Yes. Yes. Well, I used Barrett, but he was on call. He was not on call. Rogers was on call. He was the one that... I was like, I want my doctor. Yeah, we did use the same doctor. That's so funny. We didn't know each other, though. Ooh, look how pretty the blue is. I don't know if y'all can see it, but... So I've been thinking about the lettering up there. What do we want to do with the lettering? And last week I wasn't sure. And I was thinking today, maybe metallic gold, but I'm not sure. Sometimes I kind of have to get this part done before I decide. So I would love your opinion, what y'all think, what you would like to see. At first I was thinking I was just gonna like letter it with my black glaze pen, but then I was like, no, I want this like bold and big and everything, not like a simple line like this. I wonder what would happen. I used to have some watercolor crayons that I would pick up. I would grab some color right like this, and then I would add it. I would just kind of, yeah, that works too. It's another way to use these. And we could go back and add some detail. Oops, I'm getting out of the lines. Don't get in a hurry. All right, but those are pretty vibrant blues. And now I'm going to go for the pink and red, I think. I called the hospital nursery back out first night. I'm wondering if they had a trick. Yes. Oh, they came to your house? Wow. That would be nice. Is that what I'm reading? Back out. That would be really nice. Okay, I'm thinking that these two might look better together, but I really, 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 really like pink. Pink is the color of Christy's ear. Okay, I'm going to start with the red and just go around the outside. I don't think I need to be coloring it in as much as I am, because really it's, let me show you what I mean. If I just do it like this, it's probably enough to just blend it like that. Yeah, I like that. Now I want to go back and do all of it. You know what I mean? Then you've got the darker sides and everything. You can see I don't need to be coloring it as much. Okay, this is still just the red. This time I just did it on one side. Okay. My shirt. I wish I knew. I have no idea. Is there a tag? I'll have to look at the tag. I have no idea. I've had it for a few years. But thank you. It's very comfortable. And it's 3/4 sleeve, which I love for many reasons. One, I don't love to show my arms. I just never have. And I think I look younger if I don't. Why is that line there? Huh. Gonna ignore that. But it's thin. So it's one of those shirts you can really wear all year long. Especially in Texas when it's 70 degrees in December. I was really nervous because next week, is that Christmas? God, next week we're gonna go out of town and we were gonna ride ATVs, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so cold, and I mean, we're gonna be miserable. We have that thing for 4 hours, and my husband's like, it might be 70 degrees. Why are you all stressed about it? And you don't even know. I don't know. That's just what I do. I overthink everything. And I want everybody to be happy and comfortable. Okay, so there is I like that I made these like obviously two different colors and a lot less neo color. All right, so I am looking at the time, just making sure we're doing good. We're doing good. Hi, Kiwi. Now we need to do their faces, and I'm not really sure how to achieve. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of practice. I always practice on a scratch sheet of paper, but this is the closest, what I would say, to skin tone that they probably look like at that time. And so let's scribble a little bit. I think that's good. I just don't want everything to look so the same color brown, but that'll work. Okay, so this one, that is what I use for the brown though. But again, I won't put too much on it. Just kind of go around the edges, and then that way I can make it look lighter. Don't forget baby Jesus. And I might just have just a little bit of water. And going around just blending that out. Like so. That works. All of this I think you can go back and add more detail, more depth, if you wanted to. So for example, let me see. Let's say we wanted to add more of this darker blue on here. Yeah, it does. It works, and then you can blend it. I'm not even adding hardly any water. Yeah, so that's cool. Okay, now baby Jesus and the hay. The hay. I mean, this is pretty literal. I mean, like, not literal. Cartoony, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm just going to scribble a little bit of that there, and then a little bit of the brown, make a few marks here and there too. And I think we could go back and add some texture by going on top of this. Let's see. So right now I'm just going to kind of blend it to try to color it all together. And then I feel like when this dries, I can go back and add, which that's not bad. It's got those little, that helped. And then baby Jesus, we need to, I feel like I love his little wrapped in swaddling, whatever. I would like the white, but I think it needs color just because. What do y'all think? Does it look like it's not finished? Oh, I've got to do his beard. Does it look not finished, or what do you think? Or does he need a color? I mean, it's our piece of art, so we can do what we want. And then I got a little bit too much. You can always dab up your watercolor. Make a little ball and just tap, and it'll usually lift up. Look at the beard and see if what happens. See how it took a lot of that. I had just way too much water on it. And so I'm going to try again. Do we have some new friends today, Jenny? I love that. Love it, love it. And we have some new tribe members, by the way. If we have our new tribe members here, hello, welcome to the tribe. There's Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly. I still got a little more than I wanted. Anyway, I think that's fine. Okay, what do y'all think about the, nobody has an opinion about the babies? I guess I'll do a soft green. No opinion? Just to add some color for fun. Very subtle. Now we have to decide. To do, if we want to do some ground underneath here, well, I think just a splash of, uh-oh. That's weird. Linda, did you do that just because I finished? Linda, I can't take it back now. Let me try. It's just like, it's off-white. The weirdest thing is happening. Okay, here we go. So now let's just, so it doesn't, I always tell my students, so it doesn't look like it's just floating in the air. Let's kind of ground it with some wash. Okay. And maybe even like this black, I'm just winging it. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just going to scribble down here and see what happens. Now I need a lot of water. Don't leave it hanging. Just so it's like, you know, has that appearance that it's sitting on some ground. And the reason I use that black is just because I use so much brown. I wanted the contrast, a little bit of contrast there. I'm going to dry this and then get to the lettering part. Also, if you wanted to, you could paint this whole thing. I don't have time to do it, but you could paint the background with a navy or a black, and then it could be so beautiful to write this in white and then do some metallic gold stars, you know, all throughout. Would look really cool. Okay, I hope you had fun with that. I did. It's fun to use a different medium that you haven't used in a long time. You also like off. Well, you better. Yes, that's right. It wasn't Linda M. She's behaving herself today. Okay. That you could fix. Go back and add some more. I just don't want to get my hand in there. I'm trying to get it dry so I can move on to the next part. Tell me in the comments if you're coming to iPad week. Type iPad. Well, the star's right here. I'm not done. I'm not done yet. If you're coming to iPad week, type iPad. We would love to know who's coming. You think you like the crayons better than the watercolor pencils? I think I do too. I don't know. I feel like I haven't used the pencils enough maybe to say that though. Okay, what's really nice is if you can see this. Can you see? Let me zoom in a little bit. Jackie's going to be there. Yippee, yippee. Oh, something is wrong with my zoomer. Why are you acting up right now? Oh, okay. Now look, can you see the black outline when I do this? Let me lift it up. Can you look at that shine? That is the glaze pen that we love in my tribe because it is, lots of reasons. One, it's water. Let me show you what it looks like. It looks like this, glaze pen. And make sure it says glaze. It's black. It's waterproof, so we can watercolor on top of it like you saw me do, and it didn't mess anything up. I do want to go back, y'all, and add a little bit. Yay! Glad y'all are coming. Okay. I do want to add a little bit of like texture here, just some lines to this to give it a little bit more variety. That's better. Maybe a few of this darker one. Give it more depth. Better. Much, much better. Okay. iPad week, but replay today. Awesome. These are called Neo Color. They're in my Amazon shop if you want to see what they look like. Would you put the link one more time, Jenny? Okay, so see right here where it says Neo Color 2, that's what you're looking for. You want to make sure it says 2. That's the ones that you can watercolor with. But the Neo Color is all I've ever heard them called, because probably people can't say this. What brand? Oh, I gotta. I'm gonna go ahead and just letter using the metallic pen, and we'll all see together what it looks like. I love this metallic marker. It is. Look at that. Ooh, you can't go wrong with this thing. I just added it to my Amazon shop, so it would be at the top for y'all in case you wanted to look at it. And it's so funny because I saw a review that was bad, and I was like, "You're crazy. What are you talking about? You must not have used very many." Because I don't know anybody that doesn't think this is the best gold on the market. Okay, so I'm just, now it is a chisel tip, which I don't take advantage of. I just kind of, sometimes I'll try to make a thinner line here and there and a thicker line, but as far as what it was designed to do, I don't use it like that. I learned standard, English, old English calligraphy, and do you like that gold? In 8th grade, and we had to write with a chisel tip. Oh, to this day, I cannot stand a chisel tip. Except this one. Oh, you know what happens whenever you try to shadow over a metallic marker? It's pretty cool. And here's my star over here, Miss Linda. Don't want to forget that. I'm glad you reminded us. And I still have some. Now, if you're new, you might not know, but I used an erasable pen to letter this last week. And so you can see right here, there's a little bit right there. There's a little bit right here. So I'm going to use my heat gun to get rid of that. I'll show you. It's so magical. You ready? Can you see it? See it right there where the S is? And it's gone really fast. So there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. It's going. Isn't that neat? The gold marker is Deco Color. If you want to take a screenshot, you can. You can get them at Walmart too. Deco Color Premium. There's a lot of different Deco colors, so make sure it's the premium one. Premium. And it's by Marvy is their company name. Okay, so there's that. Do I have time to do some shadowing for you? I just want to show you real quick the shadow before I go. But I've got to get to my iPad class. And I have to set up my computer for that class. Let me see real quick. Hold on. Where it lives, it's not there because I used it last week with my my tribe. And y'all, I'm so tired by the time I end my classes. I'm not very good at putting my things away. It should be my New Year's resolution because I want y'all to see this. There's other gray markers. There's just this one that I really like, but it's about dead anyway. Wait, is this it? Yeah, this is it. It was in the wrong spot. Okay. It's a Tombow and it's N65. So watch what happens whenever I shadow with this. Did you see me go right over that gold line? Did you see me go right over that? And it did not write on it. It resists. Isn't that neat? So I feel like it's so forgiving because I'm writing right on top of it. I'm like, my marker's touching the gold. See that? But it's not. So that's such a cool feature. See, I went right over that. I know, resist. Cool. And then look at the difference between silent and night. You know, it's just making it pop. And you don't have to use such a bright, like a dark gray. If you had a even softer gray, which I was looking for, I think the other one's softer, but it wouldn't be as obvious, I guess, that you have a shadow, but it does make a big difference. Okay, there's that. See, you got to keep coming back, Linda. Keep coming back. There's my little star. Underneath is always good to also add your shadow. I'm doing the right-hand side of the my shadow is on the right-hand side. I'm just pretending like the light source is coming from the left. And that's what I'm used to doing. So I basically always do this because it's just easy to remember. Okay, so let me back up a little bit. Now you could go in and you could add a lot more detail, but since I am trying to get to my other class, I'm going to stop right here. But this was so fun. I hope you enjoyed it. It makes me really, really, really want to take my glaze pen. Can I just show you what I won't finish it, but I'll just show you what I want to do. Okay. So what I want to do, I'm going to get my glaze pen. Hold on. That's my brand new one. Let me use my other one. And the glaze, it has like a film on the top of it. So you want to get it going on scrap paper. But anyway, I really like to go right here and just add a line. Now this one doesn't resist because you could see, but where those two lines meet. But it's just, I don't know, it's one more thing. And to me, it takes that black line and it brings in this black line and it kind of like marries it and makes it more cohesive. So that's why it made me want to do it. But it's just between the shadow line and the gold line. And if you take your time, like I'm not taking my time, I'm going to wish I did. But anyway, so you get the, see, do you see the difference? See how that black line, it just ties it in. So, okay, this was so fun. I'm going to get off here and then I'm going to restart at 1 o'clock, which is in, our time is 10 minutes from now. So in case you're not on a central time. Oh, you may paint your own Christmas day. Yeah, that's a good idea. I love that. So fun. You can get my template. I don't know if you got, is that Sue? I think that's Sue. I see a picture and it looks like Sue. Nature Art and More. I bet it is. Anyway, I have enjoyed Devos and Doodles with you guys so much over the years. I mean, like I've been doing this for several years and we're wrapping up another year again. And thank you. Thank you. You know, I'm doing it because you show up. If you show up, you know, I'm going to show up. So I'm going for it in 2025. We're going to start Devos and Doodles again. And where do we look? Is that because I asked for the template? Okay, if in case someone missed the template, you can put Silent Night, all one word, in the comments, and it should send you the template if you're on Facebook. And then, but if you're not on Facebook, we have a link that that Jenny's posted. Oh, thank you, Jackie. I appreciate that. I am also open for input. If you guys want to email me and say, "Hey, have you thought about this?" So, you know, I love your feedback because I want you to be a part of what we're doing. So, Eileen's in Paris. Oh my gosh, she is on a river cruise, y'all. Oh, I'm just so excited for you. I want to do that so bad. That is so fun that you can get on here too and be able to share with us. Okay, I'm gonna head out. I don't want to, but I do. I mean, I do because I want to go to the other class, but I don't want to leave y'all. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I will see you in the new year. Be thinking about a word of the year that will inspire you all year next year, and we'll talk about that when we get back in January. Okay? See you later. Bye.